This is what comes to many people's minds when they think of Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Organized crime figures being gunned down in the streets. That's what happened to Carmine Variali and Frank Santoro last Thursday on Bath Avenue in Bensonhurst. Saturday night, another hit about 20 blocks away. Some other recent mob executions in Bensonhurst were Frank DeChico, blown up in his car last year. 2 more men shot a few months after that. Sal Scarfer's life ended execution style this January. So if you watch the news, you might get the idea that Bensonhurst is a place where mobsters come to get killed.
The streets will never love you back. Time, if you lived to be 19, 21 years old, you're lucky. My neighborhood is very dangerous. What's up, guys? Back for another adventure. Hey, guys, let me give a shout out to Boston J, Anthony Santoro, Benny from the Bronx, Sally Boy, all you people in the chat. Thanks for showing up. 32 people in the chat. Back from Brooklyn. Not sure if you're here. Anyway, today we're going to have a good show. I got my brother on. He's going to co-host with me. We're going to talk about some old-time movies and old-time actors and talk about acting. John's very good at this stuff. He went to Lee Strasberg Acting School. And it's really interesting stuff, you know. So I'm going to wait for him to come on. Gary Monteleone. What's up, Gary? How's everything? How are you? Jesse Ponce. What's up, guys? I see you, Benny from the Bronx. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for my brother. So, you know, look, the gangster life is a tough business, 100%. The streets is a tough business, for sure. You know, not anybody can live that life. You know, there's always a bad ending to a street story or any kind of gangster story, you know, prison life, that, you know, and things worse than that. So why are we so obsessed with these mobsters? Because back in the day, you know, they had some clout, they had power, they had class, they had respect, they had money, you know, and you know, they were very conniving. They were very clever. You know, that's why we like the bad wise guy, you know, and especially when they're tough, when they have to be tough, you know, and they demand respect. So that's what brings us into the wise guy, why we like a good wise guy back in the day, you know. And then we could go on and talk about all the crazy wise guys. A guy like Joe Gallo, a guy like Roy DeMeo, you know, Anthony Gaspipe, Tommy Karate, you know, when people really start getting carried away about when people want to kill people and you start chopping people up? How do these people get so far into the business? You know, some people just run up on you, they pop you and they kill you. But other people really get into it where they want to take all their clothes off, they want to chop you up, and they want to make an example out of you. Like gangsters like that, in all honesty, I don't feel like they're classy. You know, I don't know what kind of reputation you're looking for, but the classy ones are the quiet ones. You know, you take care of your business. You know, you're accessible to people in the neighborhood. You're respectful. You know, and you stand for something. But I'm waiting for John, and once John comes in, we'll get into it. But how's everyone doing out there? 34 people in the chat. You know, look, I was supposed to come on the other day. And after a while, I get discouraged because come on and you know everybody on YouTube, a lot of negativity. So I try to keep it positive, you know. So that's what I want. I want to keep it positive. Want to put out some good content, good conversation, and let the days go by and give you guys something nice to remember and talk about. Boston J, what's up, baby? Back from Brooklyn. I'm waiting for John. Let me see. Okay, let me drop a link for John. Then we'll get John on here. And then we'll go from there. Okay. John, I dropped the link. Feel free to come in. Sally Boy, Staten Island. Jimmy, fuck the negativity. Your content is always good. Always put me in a good mood. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Jimmy, how's the neighborhood doing? The neighborhood has changed, the old neighborhood. You know, you got some faces still there, but a lot of people changed. And if you're in the neighborhood, you're basically doing the same old thing. You ain't missing nothing, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. But let me see. John, you there, John? Yo, Jimmy, who did the intro? Was that John? That beat takes me back. That was actually a friend of mine that put that together. It's pretty cool, right? Jimmy, what's that pizzeria called with the $5 slices? That's I think that's on Avenue J and East 19th Street. That's I forgot the name. But it's $5 a slice. If you buy the whole pie, it costs you $30. I don't know who this guy is. So we gotta ban you from the studio. If I don't know you, someone just popped in, I just banned them. You don't show your face right away, I'm gonna ban you. Jimmy, who's the richest gangster you know that's still living? Not sure. As an actor in Angels with Dirty Faces, the priest who grew up with Rocky Sullivan, and when the priest was called out by a disrespectful lackey and got punched in the face. Angels with Dirty Faces was a great film. I love that film. I love when he's walking down the street and he looks in the mirror, he's being followed, and he looks around, he sees that he's being followed, and he says, oh, I seen everything. That's a great film. James Cagney, they don't make them like that anymore. That's for sure. Triple Threat. Singer, the Faro Pizza, that's what it is. The Faro Pizza on Avenue J. James Cagney, Triple Threat. Can sing, dance, and act. You're not going to see guys like that no more. The best. Best of the best. Always looking for good pizza. What else, guys? Well, I'm not sure if John's going to make it. I got some old time photos in here. We're going to throw up. We're going to talk about. So hang on a minute. Let me see if I get John over there, and let's enjoy this quick video.
The streets will never love you back.
Okay. John's having difficulties right now. So let me see what else is in there. Jimmy, where can I send you some sports cards? You know, I got to do another show on sports cards. I have so many old sports cards I love. I just put them away and I forget about them. They're that's something I really enjoy. That's a hobby of mine, sports cards. But you can send me an email to therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com, and I send you an address from there. And absolutely, definitely always interested in sports cards. Thank you, Jesse Ponce. David Cullum, viewer 54, reporting for duty. Thank you. Thanks for showing up. Yes, Pat O'Brien was the actor. He played the priest in The Angels with Dirty Faces. Yes, he did. Jimmy and I will be doing a show together soon. Yes, we have a couple boxes we're going to put together. Me and Boston Jay, we bought some boxes of baseball cards. We bought them a while ago. We have to get together, sit down. We have to open them up, Boston Jay. Hopefully we do that real soon. Muggsy Siegel. Jimmy, was that a lie about you in Staten Island restaurant? Probably. If you don't have a video of it, it's probably a lie. A lot of lies going on out there. Don't believe anything you hear unless you have it on video. Especially with today's devices, the phones. There should be the biggest weapon right here is your phone. Humphrey Bogart was in that movie too. Yes, he was. Humphrey Bogart played his partner. Remember, James Cagney went away. He did the time. And he made the agreement. I'll go do the time. No reason for both of us to be away. And when I come out, you know, I'm a partner. And he made sure he got what was his too, James Cagney. But that was a great movie, Angels with Dirty Faces. Not sure if John's going to show up. Hopefully he is. Then you have the Little Caesar, the movie Little Caesar with what's his name? What's the guy's name? Gary Monteleone, Little Caesar. Edward G. Robinson, okay? And when they ask him, so you think you're a hard guy? And then Edward G. Robinson goes, well, there ain't nothing soft about me. So these old-time actors and this dialect and script that they wrote, how together it is, you know, with the quick, slick thinking and comebacks, very well written for sure. Sally Boy Staten Island. A lot of lies, especially in Staten Island. Probably. When consider old movies like the Roaring '20s, troops were coming home and did not know they were infected with Legionnaires' disease after the Spanish influenza and a quarter of the Earth population. What happened after the flu, the Roaring '20s? All right, I don't know. I guess hopefully John could get on here. Let's see if I can get him in here. Austin J. We all got COVID. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure if he could get on here. Michael Omari, how are you? How's everything? You know what? Let me tell you a quick story since we're waiting for John. I know you like these Bad Avenue stories. Hey, Jimmy, I was watching this doc today. Anthony Russo was on it. Was him and Papa on the Scopo job together? Yes, they did do that job together. Yes, when they killed Joe Scopo. And Joe Scopo was a good guy, they say. Never met the man. Heard he was a tough guy and a good guy. So let me tell you a quick story, okay? Until we can get John on here. So I'll give you a quick Bad Avenue story. Now, back in the day when people used to sell drugs on beepers, there was two brothers back then. Their names were Kerry McCoy and Mike McCoy. Okay, Graffiti Mouth is here. I see him. Add to stream. John, you there? Anyway, there's these two brothers, Kerry McCoy and Mike McCoy.
So you can hear me, but you can't see me.
I can hear you. I can't see you now. And they were the first brothers to have the beepers in my neighborhood. They were around a guy like Louis Tuzio. Louis Tuzio, the guy who killed.
I'm here. I don't know. My camera's just not going on or something.
All right. So yeah, we'll wait for you. Let me know when you got everything together. John says device not connected. Maybe you gotta you're missing something. So there is Kerry and Michael McCoy, two brothers that back in the day had the beepers, you know. And then back then, of course, Albert got a beeper. The kid Mike Marola got a beeper. Ronnie Petrino, everyone got beepers back then. Joe Beef. And if you had a beeper, you had to be around a wise guy or somebody that was paying a wise guy. You couldn't just sell drugs back in the neighborhood. It was not permitted unless you paid somebody. You had to pay somebody to sell drugs. So Kerry and Mike McCoy were drug dealers. There was this kid, Joe Gross. Joe Gross was also a drug dealer back in the day. So Joe Gross was also a drug dealer. And me and Tommy Reynolds, one time we got some drugs off of the kid Joe Gross. Okay. We got like a $50 piece or something. And me and Reynolds, we always used to play the football. And you get a betting slip at the end of the day. So what we did was we won a bet for like maybe $400 or $500. We won a bet. And we had the betting slip. So we took a piece off the kid Joe Gross. Tell him, look, we got a Bennett slip. We'll give it to you tomorrow, whatever. We made him hold it, and we cashed it in before he even got there. Okay. But these are the things we did. So anyway, Joe Gross and Tommy Reynolds one time go meet the kid Kerry McCoy. Okay. And they go to stick him up. Okay. When they stick him up, Tommy Reynolds shoots the kid Kerry in the ass. Okay. This is a long time ago, the early 80s. Okay. So the McCoys, they always sold drugs. Now, when I came home in November 98, and I got switched to the Lucchese's from the Bananos. Thank you, Boston J. Thank you. I got switched from the Bananos to the Lucchese's. The kid Mike McCoy was having a problem with the guy Bubsy and some other kid that was selling a car. Okay, Mike McCoy is doing business with this kid that had a fancy car, and he was around the kid Bubsy. Bubsy was a wise guy with the Lucchese's, and now I was around the Lucchese's with Manny Madonna. You know, I got away from my friends. You know, once they killed Paulie, I really didn't want to bother them anymore. I couldn't trust them anymore, and I know, you know, I didn't want to be over there with them because of Paulie G. So the kid Mike McCoy comes to me. He says, Jim, you know, I got a problem with this kid. He owes me this. You know, he owes me, he has his fancy car. He owes me maybe $12,000. If you get the money, I'll give you half of it. So I take a ride with the kid Mike McCoy to Bubsy's place on 13th Avenue and 70-something Street. The kid Scotty's there. Scotty was a wise guy. I walk in. I got a pair of slacks on. I just came home a couple months in. When I walk in, they ask about Matty Madonna. They ask about Mikey DeSantis. Hey, Jimmy, how's Mikey doing? How's Matty doing? You know, that's one thing about the mob. Whoever you would, wherever you go, those people recognize you for the people that you would, that the people they know. So, for example, if someone that's friendly with me, somebody sees them right away, they see me. That's how the mob is. So anyway, I had to sit down with Bubsy. I explained to him about this kid with the car. Anyway, we lose a sit down, and the kid Mike McCoy didn't get nothing. You know, they end up just forgetting about it. But these are the interactions I had when I first came home with the kid Bubsy, you know, Maddie, Joe Flowers, Andrew Reynolds, all these interactions. You know, when I first came home, there's a lot of craziness, you know, going around. Everyone got pinched. Nobody wants to talk to nobody. You can't trust anybody. I'll tell you, that life, in all honesty, that's a tough business. It really is. But John, I don't know if you're there. I don't know if you're going to be coming on. Boston J, thank you for the $10. Jimmy, bro, thank you for always trusting in me, regardless of the slander. Loyalty, love always to you, the girls, live and let live. Thank you, Boston J. Jimmy, great video earlier today. I know if I were around back then, I would have gone along. Great with Paulie G. They don't come often. No, they don't. Ryan Brown. Thank you, Ryan. Miss Can't Be Wrong, how are you? How's everything? Happy Memorial Day to you and your family. I hope all's good with you and yours. Thank you so much for coming by. It's always good to see you. And right back at you. War, what's up, War? It's always good to see you. Hope everything's good with you. You know, we all got these battles that we're fighting. We got to stay strong every day. I do have a little cold. A little cold, a little, you know what it is? The sinuses. I have sinuses. Boston J, can you post Jimmy's email, please? It's therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com. Okay, let's see if we're gonna get this going. Let's see what's going on over here. So there's a couple of photos I downloaded. I'm gonna Here he comes now, John. What I wanted to do was I tried to download some clips. I don't know how to cut the videos. This is one guy that we'll talk about. He's an old time actor. Obviously, he played in The Godfather, Cheech, and he also played in Rocky, right? He loaned out money and played like a gangster type in Rocky. Jimmy, I'm hearing right that Fabrizio is out or getting out. I had heard that. Yes, Fabrizio is out. Fabrizio's home, and good for him. Since you brought it up, now Fabrizio got straightened out in '99. Then he got picked up a couple months later. I would say before he got picked up, he might have been straightened out maybe 6 months to 8 months. I figure something like that. Now he's home, okay, and I'll tell you, sometimes I put myself in other guys' shoes. For example, if I don't cooperate, I go to prison. I come home. Most likely, I'm probably going to get straightened out with the Lucchese family. And then you come home, you hit the street. Now, hitting the street is a tough business, okay? You got to pick and choose right who you're going to put around you. You just came home, on federal parole, or your parole officer is going to watch you. He's going to bust your balls for a little while. And I think Fabrizio is, I look at him as a wise guy now. He's in that life. There's no getting out of that life. He did his time. And because he did his time, he gets the utmost respect, 100%. 100%. The kid did 24 years. He comes home and he has the utmost respect. Some guys get straightened out in the street by earning money. Some guys make a reputation for themselves where people fear them. Fabrizio obviously was a member of the Beth Avenue crew. He was involved in a murder, Jack Sharon, selling drugs. So he's got a reputation on him, and I think he will definitely become a captain as soon as he comes home. The only thing is you have to be careful who you put around you. Maybe open up a cafe, open up a legitimate business, but he's definitely going to have some kids around him that he's going to put out there. Hopefully they can make some money and, and move up. But I think Fabrizio is definitely capable, 100%. Since you put it out there, Miss Can't Be Wrong, we could talk about this topic. 100%. I could see Fabrizio becoming a future boss. 100%. The kid's full-blooded Italian. Growing up, he comes from a good family, and he's got a good reputation on his name. So I think, Sparrow was in the room when he got straightened out. I think Joe Messina was in the room when he got straightened out. And, let's see what he could do with it. Hopefully he could do something legitimately with it. But you have to be careful of the people you put around you, because it really is so true. You tell me who you stay with, and I'll tell you what you do. So the key is putting good people around you. If you could put good people around you, I think he'll be fine. It's the people that will take you down. So hopefully he's listening. He's not a stupid kid. He knows what he has to do. That's for sure. Jimmy, are you entitled to say what you think if anyone knows you do? Well, I think I'm entitled to say anything I like. I like to say it in a positive way. Yeah, nozzle spray. That's what I need. Some nozzle spray for sure. Jimmy, you want to say what you think if anyone knows you though. Yes. But yes, he did. He did oh yes, 24 years for stream. Yes. Okay. Let's see what this is. Jimmy, I got a call. I'll be right back. Okay. And so yeah, that's the story on Fabrizio. Hello, Ryan Brown. Okay, Graffiti Mouth is telling me he can't get on. So he can't get on. All right, John. Let me see if I could drop the link inside. Try one more time, and we'll go from there. Here you go, John. I just dropped in the chat. See if you can pick it up. But talking about that life and that gangster life, I tell you, looking back on all my friends, I look at Sammy the Bull, I look at Michael Franzese. My friends are the new mob. Okay, all the kids growing up in my neighborhood, they're the new mob. Okay, because I can mention new names that are straightened out. Okay, so these are people that are going to be the future of the mob, who are going to try to keep it together. And even though Tommy Reynolds is Irish, he will be always fed in the mob. He's at the Paulie Galino murder. He's got a couple bodies on him, and people fear him. So he'll always be in that underworld. Hey, Jimmy, thanks for going live. Do you listen to any interesting podcast? I like Chaz. By the way, I can only imagine how life has changed. Yes, it didn't get any better, that's for sure. But getting back to the podcast I listened to Chaz. I listened to Michael Franzese. Now, Michael Franzese and Chaz Palminteri, they both have this new podcast out. You guys, if you can, go check it out. It's called The Wise and the Wiseguy. So the Wise is Chaz Palminteri, and the Wiseguy is Michael Franzese. Okay, those two guys together, they're actually both class acts. I tell you, I like them both. I think they're very classy. I got to be on Chaz's podcast, Chaz's class act. Had the opportunity of meeting him, being in his company. Great man, wise man, great actor. And let me put a Graffiti Mouth on and let's get this going, okay? Big G, what's up, baby? How's everything? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. John.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. You okay? You're right over there. Huh? You okay? You got everything hooked up?
All right, Carl, we need to fix this over there.
Here's a comment. What will do if Fabrizio comes for you? I don't think Fabrizio.
I'm getting a major delay.
I think Fabrizio wants to live his life, spend life with the people he loves, and do the right thing. Jimmy can't wait for everything to come together. Okay. So, John, you hear me, right? You hear me?
I can't hear you at all.
You can't hear me? Huh? How about now?
If we're going to do it like that, I'm going to hear it 5 minutes later.
How about now? You probably have to take off
What's up? I'm not getting it.
How about now? No?
Well, we're having some major technical difficulties with every single electronic device. So I don't know
Okay.
what's going on.
All right. It'll probably eventually join in. We can hear both of you, they said. I hear you. You just don't hear me. Happy Memorial Day to
What's
everybody
going
out
on?
there. So listen, people.
I
Why
can
don't you?
see you. I can't hear you.
All right, but we hear you. Okay, so let me see if I could let's start off with these guys. Remember these guys? Hi, John. Do you remember these guys? I don't know. I think I lost John again. Okay. Okay, we'll get through the difficulty, no problem. The Bowery Boys, correct. The Bowery Boys were the best. And Angels with Dirty Faces, right? The Bowery Boys. James Cagney gives them a fin. He says, here's a fin. Go up to the corner store. Go get some hot dogs and buns and bring back the change. James Cagney hands them a fin. A fin is a $5 bill. Okay. And they come back with a whole bunch of hamburgers, hot dogs, buns, things to drink. And they spend 5 cents. Okay. And they hand it to Rocky. And they said, Rocky, we had to spend something, you know. But those guys, those are old time class act, old school actors. The Bowery Boys. Can you name any music artist you and Paulie used to listen to? Oh, that's a good one. Music artist. I used to love to listen to we used to listen to Run DMC. Used to love Run DMC. All the old rappers we used to listen to. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Who else? All the old ones. MC Light. Remember the songs like all the old time rappers. Kumo D. There you go. Jimmy, the best breakers were from New York City. Rocksteady crew, New York Breakers. Yeah, the West Coast had some good ones too. Well, I'm not sure if John's going to make it with us, but we'll make the best out of this. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link. Who wants to come on? and chop it up with me. There you go. I dropped the link. Hit the link you want to come on. We'll talk about current events, whatever it is. We could talk about movies, whatever you like. This is, you know who this is? Can anyone tell me who this actor is? If you guys don't recognize him, I know who it is. Do any of you people know who it is? He's an old-time actor. He just passed away recently. Robert Blake. Wow. Miss can't be wrong. I can't believe you got that one. Yep, that's Robert Blake. Isn't that something that Robert Blake was actually Spanky from the Little Rascals? Isn't that pretty cool? I think he was Spanky or he was someone else. That's amazing, ain't it? But anyway, he played a gangster too in one of those in a film. Let's see if you can name this one. I know you can name this one. Who can name this one? This one's easy. Anybody? Come on. Oh, somebody's got 62 people in the chat. Edward G. Robinson. There you go. Ryan Brown. You got that right. Edward G. Edward G. Robinson, great actor, for sure. Played a great wise guy. Let's see what else we got over here. Okay. This is going to be, this might be a hard one for some of you people. Gary Monteleone might have this one. Can anybody tell me? This guy used to imitate James Cagney. That's not, looks like Eddie G. That's a good one, Boston J. That looks like Eddie G, but it's not Eddie G. But this guy's a great actor. I forgot his name. But I'm sure somebody could tell me who he is. There you go. Richard Widmark. I'm not sure if that's him. I got to see. Let me see if that's him. Richard Widmark. Let me see. Richard Widmark. No, that's not Richard Widmark. Nope. Let me see. Anybody get it right? Let me see. No. My brother John could definitely answer who this is. I seen him, but I can't remember. Looks like he would fight for a Tarantino film. That's funny. This guy's an old time. No, that's not Widmark. No way. Nope, that's not him. Let's go to, we know who this is, right? Anybody know who this guy is? That looks like Cagney, no? Let's go to, I know you guys remember him. Boston J, tell Jimmy to put the picture up. With you wearing a dress, you look good in that picture. That's funny. These guys are funny. But this time, Henry Silva. Yep, that's him. Henry Silva. Roger Molina. You got that right. Henry Silva. Let's see what else we got over here. Okay. Let's go. Let's see who could pick this now. Now that one you guys got. You know who that is. You said it before. You said his name before. Richard Widmark. I think that's him. Yep. That's him. I wanted to throw some clips up here. But how about this one? Look at that scar right there. Looks like gas pipe, don't it? That's an old one. James Cagney. Everyone knows James Cagney. Go away to hell. Henry Silva was great. He played the crazy guy, threw his mother down the stairs in a wheelchair. That's Cagney. George Reff was great. Boston J. Okay, guys, I'm dropping a link. If you want to come on, hit the link. What's up, Jimmy? How the hell are you? I dropped the link if you just want to come on. Come chop it up.
The streets will never love you back.
Foreigner 23.
Maybe I'll grab my journals and start reading you off some poetry. What do you think? Hey, all gotta do. Right then, just got here. Talk to everyone soon. Ryan Brown, take care, pal. Mark was inspiration for Crazy Joe Gallo. Where's Joey Doves? I don't know if Joe Doves in the room. Joe Doves probably don't even know I'm on. Okay, guys. Well, I don't know. I came on for a little while, chop it up, see what's up. Not much going on. Okay. Well, everyone, listen. Have a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Okay, maybe I'll come on later. I'm not sure. If someone wants to chop it up later on, I'll come on. Big G, thanks for the $49.99. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. What happened? I got the intro. Love you too, Boston J. Big G, 484. Thank you. Very kind of you. Yep, I appreciate you guys too. Everyone listening, hey, have a great night. I'll talk to you all soon. Stay well. Be kind to others. God first. Be good. Do the right thing in life. Keep on going. Never give up. I'll see you on my next video, guys. I love you guys. Bye. The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed. It's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.